Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yvette with Yvette's Junk Journal Shop on Ko-fi. That's Ko-fi. So you have reached me at my consignment shop, and today we have a table full of things from Peter and Leah Wilkins. So they are a supplier for my shop. So I have some ephemera holders here. I have a journal and a bunch of fun stuff. So I do want to mention that shipping is $6.95 per order, so snag up a couple of different things for yourself or a friend, and that is per order. And then I do take consignment journals, but I only allow certain people to be suppliers. I handpick those people, and I have enough suppliers for now. So if you would like to consign your journals with me, please email me. The description in the description box is my email, and I can get all the details to you. So let's get right into this. I'm going to move some things aside here so that I have some room to show you what we have. And I did take a sneak peek at these, and they are really fun. Lots of cool things in here, so you're going to enjoy this video, I think. Might be a little bit longer because we do have a lot going on, but we want to make sure that you see everything that they have sent in. So let's move these aside, and then I'll just start here with this purple one. So these are very interactive, so each one is a little bit different. This is See the Beauty Fodder Folio, 8.5 reusable folio containing lots of fun fodder for your creative enjoyment. You could also disassemble this and use the panels for your journal covers. It includes 27-page journal with beaded spine to use as is, or use the paper journal insert containing lots of fussy cuts, different size journal cards, and a vintage envelope. And then down here at the bottom, they have the digital kits that they used in that. So let's go ahead and take a look here. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit for us so we can see that. All right. So in the front here, we have a little booklet that opens up. It has some ephemera inside, fussy cut birds and flowers, and that tucks into a pocket on this outside panel. Then this opens up into a trifold. There's some journaling cards in here in 2 pockets. And there's a little bag here that tucks into a center pocket, and there's journaling cards and an envelope in there. And then over here, we have a little naked journal or blank journal for you to use, like she said, as is, or by incorporating that into a journal. And then on the back, we have this big pocket, clear pocket with a journaling card in there as well. So that one is See the Beauty. And the tie here is a silk tie. She has it, or they have it, tied into the actual folder, so it stays intact with this. So the idea is put this on your desk, or you could, these would be great items for a person who's just starting out journaling, for you to get for them, and then they can kind of get into journaling a little bit at a time. So this one has another silk on there. Again, that ribbon is tied in. And this is called Impressions. It's a fodder folio. That's hard to say. 40-page journal to use as is. Journal inserts, beautiful papers, music or bookmarks, which can also be used as vertical journal cards, different size journal cards, and tags. So again, we have a front loading pocket there, little fold out. And again, this opens up into a trifold. Here's your journal on this side. And there's some little bit of decoration in this journal. And then a flip spot back here with different size papers. We have a little matchbook notepad here. If I can get this open. If not, we'll put it back in. It's not the thing, it's me. Yep, we're not going to try that. I know it opens. I had it open earlier. This has a little paper clip on the top and opens up with some bookmarks or vertical journaling cards in there. And then it has a fold out here with some vintage ephemera in the pockets. And then we have 2 pockets over here with embossed little journal cards that are decorated up. And that all folds back together. And then on the back here, we've got a little clear tag and a couple of larger journal cards in there. Looks like 3 or 4 maybe in the back there. And this just comes around and there's a little dangle on the front there. Just ties up. And put that back in there so we know what it is. Again, that one's called Impressions. Next one here. Looks like we have a butterfly theme. We have some beads on the bottom of the tie. There's a couple of journal cards here, or tags. All the Fairy Tales. 48-page journal, vintage tea-dyed paper, and a circa 1957 envelope. Use as is or harvest the paper. There's tags, miscellaneous double-sided journal cards, digital images by Antique Papery, and the graphics vary. So in the front here we have this journal. It has a beaded spine, little pocket in the front here with an envelope and a journal card. Looks like some hand-dyed paper, coffee-dyed paper. There's the vintage envelope. So again, this could be used as is, or you could take this and insert it into as a signature in another journal if you wanted to make a larger journal. And then there's a couple pockets here. Here's another vintage envelope and some journal cards in here. Over here, this opens up. We have another little folded card there, and they slip into that pocket. Let's put that on the outside so I know what I'm looking at later. And then on the back here, we've got a whole bunch of larger journal cards, and they all have different images of ladies on those. That wraps around and ties up on the front. All right, the next one here, we have a similar situation going on. Trifold here, folds out. My Garden, 56-page journal, journaling inserts, silk handkerchief, lots of fussy cuts, stickers, etc., miscellaneous double-sided journal cards and tags, and again, Antique Papery. Let's go ahead and look in here. So that definitely a garden theme. In the front here we have a journal. So you've got ephemera pieces in here, and you've got a booklet. I know that goes in there. It came out of there, right? Again, it's not the thing, it's me. And then we have a pocket here. Actually, this flips up and loads into the top there. A couple of tags here, a journal card back here. We've got a little booklet here. And then this has a little handkerchief in there. That was what she was talking about in the details. In the middle here, this is your blank journal. So again, lots of different pages and papers that you can add your own touches to from the ephemera in the holder. And then we have a space here that's got a couple of journal cards in each one. And then put that all back together. And on the back, you again have a whole bunch of different journal cards, again with that garden theme. So it's a really cute little journal. Tie that up. On there we have a little butterfly on a clip on the front with that pretty teal tie. So this one has a little wire on it, and that comes around, just ties around this post on here. It's a very thin little wire. I don't know if you guys can see that. We have a rusted paper clip up there, and there's a couple side pockets here with some journaling cards in it, and then some more journaling cards on the back. 52-page journal. Use as is or the paper. Journal inserts, rusted pins and clips, lots of fussy cuts and ephemera, double-sided journal cards. Antique papery, raw pixel, and Pixabay are the digital kits used in this. So on the left here we have a journal with a bunch of different size pages and color pages, some graphic pages, and then we have a pocket in the back. There's a little booklet in there and a journaling card in a clear pocket. That just tucks in over here on the left. In the center, we have this little fold-out journaling spot. And then you have an ephemera set here, and it has some journal cards. It's got some vintage ephemera clipped on there behind this little motorcycle sticker. We've got a clear pocket there and a belly band, and then more ephemera in the pocket here. And then on the back you've got a large journaling card and another journaling card in there. So those pop in here, and then this goes in the front. It all tucks back into there, and then on the back you have some more journaling cards. And then this little wire just comes around, and you just twirl it around that post to close it off. Let's get set up here with a couple other things and keep going. So this one's a fun little item. It's got a pink ribbon that ties around it. It has all of these cute buttons on it, and they're all on bulb pins, and they kind of hang off on both sides there, as you can see. And this opens this way. It's called Buttons and Pins. Cute little reusable book stuffed with junk journaling fodder, including journal cards, papers, ribbon, fussy cut, and lots of buttons and pins, including a vintage button on the spine. And then she's listed her digital kits down here at the bottom. So let's go ahead and take a look at that spine since she mentioned it. So it is 5 signatures sewn in with that little button there. On the top we have this fun fur trim, and on the bottom. And then inside, this is all ephemera pockets. So there's stickers in here. There's clear items and envelopes in this one. And I'm not going to go through all of these, but you'll kind of get an idea as I just kind of pull things out. You can see what's in there. Fussy cuts, journal cards, stickers in here, more journaling cards in a belly band, more cards in here. And you'll see all of the pictures when you go to my website. Again, that's Yvette's Junk Journal Shop on Ko-fi. And when you go there, click on the handmade ephemera or ephemera supplies. It'll probably be in. And then you can just go in there and check out the photos. So I can add up to 10 photos of each item, so you'll get a good idea of what's in here. Have a little journal card in there. And again, like I said, I'm not going to pull that all up. There's some more of that fun yarn on there in different colors. These are some clear stickers. You got some labels and some tags, more journaling cards. And then in the back you have a little book. All right, so there's that one. I'll put that tie on in just a minute. This one is a little bit smaller than the others. You have a little pocket in the front with some bookmarks or long journaling cards. This opens up this way. So this is 6.5 by 3.5. Digitals are from Sweet Pea Curiosities on Etsy. 2 autumn themed napkins, fussy cut stickers, 2-sided lined journal cards, vintage and vintage inspired laces and textiles and inked edges. So up here we have a pocket with a whole bunch of different journaling cards in there. And same in this pocket, it's a side loading pocket. In the front, I'm not going to open that, but there's stickers in an envelope there. Here we have a little folded pages, so these would be great to use and make your own little journal out of it. This opens up. In here is where the 2 napkins are at, so you can use those for decoupage or to decorate the journal. That folds in. There's a little pocket in here with some, looks like some journaling cards in there. And then on the back we have a little pocket with a journaling card in there. And this little, oh, that's just on there, little decoration. Okay. I look at them, but I don't look them over thoroughly. So lesson learned, right? And that just ties up on the front. You got 2 little butterflies on the front there. So there's that one. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one and move some more over. So like I said, this will be a little bit longer video, but there's a lot to see and we want to be able to see it. This has a large ribbon with beads on the outside of it. And let's look at what we have here. Let me move that over. So this folds out. So Vintage Bee Fodder Folio, journal card and ephemera, accordion style, 7.5 by 4.5. Again, Sweet Pea Curiosities, 2 vintage buttons, vintage and lace and vintage inspired laces, inked edges, and Tim Holtz embellishments. Let's take a look. So in the front here, forgot to show you that, we got a little pocket in the front. It's all trimmed up with some vintage laces, a little bit of flowers in the corner and that vintage button there. And then we open it up, it's got lace on the bottom here and a material or fabric pocket. Feels like silk. And then there's journaling cards. And the thing I forgot to mention, most of her journaling cards, or their journaling cards, are covered on the back. So they're finished front and back. And then this folds over. And there's a pocket in here with a window. And this is a little journaling card. It's on some, it's actually a little booklet. Folds down like that. And that tucks in there. It's got a little tag that says Dream. These are clipped on. I'm not going to take those off. Again, trimmed up in that lace. There's a long journaling card there with a vintage button at the top there. So this whole thing folds out in an accordion like this. And then this has a pocket here made out of lace and trim. It's got a couple of journaling cards in there. And then this one has some metal tabs that the journal card just slides into. This is the card on the other side there. And then it folds back up. So this is the back side of it here. And then the inside of it here. And all these hinges are made out of fabric. So they all fold in together like that. Maybe like that. You'll figure it out. And then this ribbon just ties around. I'm not going to tie that up because it's going to take me a minute. This little guy, let me put that in there so I don't forget that. All right, this little guy here has a ribbon that comes along from the top to the bottom. On the back it has a journaling card in a pocket, and then it's got this little trim of fabric down here, or paper that she has run this lace through, or the ribbon through, so that it is secure on there. There's a little clip on the front here and a little post hitch with a crocheted, looks like a vintage doily piece on there. That opens up, the clip comes off, and then this whole thing opens up like a little door, and it's on fabric. And then here, this flips up this way, and this flips down this way. And then in here, there's a belly band with a journaling card, or a little booklet actually. And that slips in there, and then everything goes back together for the cover. And the clip goes on here to hold those guys together. Then this opens up, has a little pocket in the front here, or belly band actually, and a little sales ticket with that's been decorated up. It's called Tiny Things, and it's 8.5 by 5 vintage card images by French Lemon Studios. We have a vintage button here. This opens up, has a pocket here with a couple of different pieces in there. This is a little tear spot. You've got some piano paper, or player piano. You've got fabric and different kinds of paper. There's a pocket here, vellum pocket. This little thing flips up and it opens up like this. And then inside you have a couple of journaling cards in this flower belly band. And there's a pocket or belly band at the top as well. And then this clips on there. Inside there you have a journaling card. I don't want to take that apart. And then here you have a pocket here, and 2 pockets here. On the back you have a pocket that holds another piece of ephemera, and a couple pieces back here. And then on the back pocket you've got that journaling spot. So I like the different sizes on that. It does have a little chipboard on there, so it's a little more hefty, I guess, would be the word. All right, we got a couple more here. Peter and Leah, you have been busy. So this is a journal. It has a Tim Holtz ephemera piece on the front. The whole cover is layered pieces of vintage lace, and it looks like some new lace on there as well. You have fabric tabs that come over, and they are secured down here. It has a lace piece on here with a vintage button, ties with a fabric ribbon. Fleur-de-lis, 6.5 by 4.5, 80 pages, 4 signatures. And then here's the different kits that she used in there, and all of the ephemera. I shouldn't say she, because it's Peter and Leah, so they. Little pocket there, clip on here, lots of vintage laces on the trim. Little fabric tab, that's cute how that's a pocket and then it becomes a tab. Little spot here, some stenciling. I recognize that. I think I made that. A little pocket there, some vintage trim on the edges of the page. So some of the pages have lace and some have fabric. That's fun. Embossing on here. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that is embossed and then inked up with some pink colored ink. And this is a journal card. It's got a little bell on there, and this flips up. And a belly band. It's a very fun little journal. There's some texture on there, like a texture paste maybe. A little bit of like fur trim or yarn. There's a fabric. Pretty ruffle there that's made into a belly band. And then in the back, these journal cards are clipped on with a paper clip there. So as you can see on the side there, it's all done up. It's got a lot of pretty little stick outs all over. And of course I forgot to put the journal card in there, so we'll stick it in. There we go. And we have 3 more items here. So our first one, a girl and her horse. This is a leather piece with writing on it. And again, that's a 3-fold. Rusted pins and paper clip, lots of fussy cuts, ephemera, 52-page journal. And that tucks in the side there. This is a little ephemera book with all the things you can put in your journal. Journal cards here and here. They're very interactive. Has a little tiny little paper clip there with holding that on. And lots of things in there. I'm not going to open that up because I don't want to lose everything. And then a belly band in the back holding a larger journal card. And that tucks in here. And then we have a pocket over here with some journal cards in it. Put that on there so I don't forget. And then in the back you've got some larger journal cards as well. And again, that tie is secured to the folder, and so it doesn't come off and get lost. That's good. All right, we have this one here. This has an elastic, like a garter belt, with some feathers. I couldn't think of the word feather, and a little bow on there. It's got 2 pockets on the front here with journal cards in it, or tags. And then we have this little pocket here, folds out, and that tucks in the front there. Maybe. There we go. Roses and Tea, 72-page journal, 2 journal inserts, a rose-themed napkin, tags, and double-sided cards, antique papery, and raw pixel digitals. Let's open this up. Inside here we have a little booklet, I think. Let me see if I can safely get that out. And it's got the napkin in there. So napkins are great for decoupage and layering. And then we have a pocket here with some journaling cards with that rose theme. Open it up and your journal again is on the left here. So a little bit of green in there. Mostly blank pages. So like I said, this would be a fun journal to get somebody who hasn't journaled before, or maybe is new to journaling, and it'll help them get their feet wet kind of. And everything is in here that you're going to need to put inside the journal. Pockets there. And then on the back you have that clear pocket with a couple more journal cards in there. And then, like I said, this whole thing comes over the top. And that's how that's secured on there. And then our last one here folds out the same way. It's got a pretty lady on there. Austin Spring Journal, 8.5 or 8 by 5, 52 pages. So you got coffee dyed paper and like a linen type paper. And then that slips in here. Up here you have 1 yard of cotton trim and 28-inch length of 7-inch wide pleated lace up here. There's a little journal card here with buttons on it. So that could be a journal card, or you could take those buttons and use them however you like. In the front, it's got a little pocket with a fold out and different size pages on there. Then that folds together. And on the back, you have a larger pocket with some journal cards in there. Ties off with this ribbon that's made of fabric, and then it has a little butterfly on there. So when you tie that up, the little butterfly's on a bulb pin and sticks right out there. So again, these are by Peter and Leah Wilkins. Thank you so much for sending these in. So please go to my shop, check these all out. Check out the other supplies and journals in there. And remember, the shipping is $6.95 per order, not per item. So go ahead and order as many as you like all at once, and that shipping will be one set price. So I thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sending in the items here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.